Yes, Grimwade gang, what's good? Welcome back to Dinner Diaries, episode 4. It's episode 4 up in here, man. Yeah. Oh, please do dig in, but before we do, who's going to pray?
Me.
Rue? Alright, Rue, go on. Rue did ask first this time.
Me. Bless our food for our body and
Amen. Alright. So, what is word on the street? Word on the street is KSI for Tommy Fury. That is, I don't know a whole load. Does anyone else know anything?
Basically, all I really know about is there was like a lot of hype and stuff about KSI fighting Tommy Fury in the first place. Right. And then the last part was, I think, so the fight was on the 14th, and basically neither one of them got knocked out. Right. And I think in the end, it came down to who threw the most punches or who got the cleanest jabs. So.
You sound knowledgeable. It sounds more knowledgeable than me. So.
You know what?
No, but that's cool. Go on, man.
I never had any interest in boxing until one night Daddy and I sat down and we watched a KSI documentary. And I can't lie, I have to applaud the young man. Yeah. Because the graft that he puts in, just to be successful, I'm not even talking about the specific things necessarily he's doing or whatnot. Like, he is a hard worker. Yeah. And I think people take it sometimes for granted. They go, oh, you're doing videos, you're doing whatever. But it does take work and preparation and planning.
We know that.
Exactly. So, yeah, as you can see, I don't know that much about the actual match, but I know there was quite a lot of hype about it.
I hear there was some controversy. Like, I feel like people thought KSI should have won. Tommy Fury won it. More power to Tommy Fury. You know, if you win, you win. A win's a win.
I think it's because also they want to make the art of boxing be have its due kind of like respect. Yeah,
because there is this kind of YouTubers taking over the whole boxing space. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, no, you're welcome. Which is obviously, I'm guessing, like not really.
Yeah. I think they've made
it's like any freestylers coming into Chelsea and just like, oh yeah, now we're the main attraction. People come into Chelsea to watch freestylers as opposed to, you know, the real athlete.
I think they've made up like a whole channel now, like Misfit Boxing, and it's all like just what do you call it? Influencers from like Insta, TikTok, YouTube, anything like that. And now they're all just like having matches and well, I don't know if you call they're boxing matches. Yeah.
Having fights and
I think we should do like Mummy Goes Boxing. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
I would like to see it, but
how to be like,
talking about Mummy will probably be quite like she's just trying to knock the person out or whatever. KSI, he's a very he's strong-handed when he does punch. He actually punches, but he doesn't have like the best technique. And like Tommy Fury was more like on the backtrack and he was just letting him do it. But I did see there was a couple I think they're illegal punches like from the back of his head, like when they come in one.
See, that's the thing, I don't know the rules like that.
Yeah, but I've just seen there was one guy who sadly went into the boxing ring and then someone punched him properly, like strong, from that back, and it like hit his nerve and now he can't do boxing anymore.
That's why it's a bit of a madness.
That's crazy. Like, who would do something? Who would? Like, would anyone do like boxing, or like, does anyone find any interest in like wrestling, boxing?
It's good for your strongness. And you're like.
Yeah, it's good for your. It's good for exercise in general. Like I always hear, if you really want to get fit, go boxing. Like go to the gym, go box, because you see when they're in the. Sorry, darling, you got something to say? What are you saying? You want to box? Pew 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 pew. Yeah. There you go. Oh my goodness. But yeah, like if you because you look and you go, what, 3 minutes? 3 minutes. Like, can't you last 3 minutes? That's some idiot thing. Like, but it's not. It's like it is a blow. So to be honest, 2 of my friends had a boxing match one time, and it was an absolute. Like, one of them's fit as a fiddle. He did better because he was fit. Basically, they both gave a good account of themselves, but. Yeah, one of them, he was much more fit. And you saw how much you needed that fitness, because they went at it straight away, bang, 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 bang. All of a sudden, a few minutes in,
like breathing
You know what I mean?
hard.
Like, and not throwing so many punches,
Yeah.
and you can tell people's tired, man.
Yeah. It's like a whole body like workout, isn't it?
Yeah. Go on, Nana.
I don't know if I particularly want to do boxing like for like.
I was like,
actual
you'd be scary
competition.
if you were going boxing. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
not many
but I
girls
would
would
be,
want to
I
go
would
watch
be,
you.
but-
I'll tell you that.
Just because I don't find like that much interest in it. Like I don't wake up and be like, oh, I want to go boxing today. I might if it was just there, the opportunity was just there to just go go and do it one day and just have some fun with it.
Yeah.
Like cool, that's fine. I'll go do that, but not like professionally.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. I have another question. Sorry, darling. I know you got something, but I was gonna say, so KSI feels like he got robbed, yeah? Like he feels like he should have won, right? And that seems to be like maybe a general consensus with people who watch. But what do you do if you get if injustice comes your way? Because it will. So Rue, say someone says, oh, you know, you go out and there's a bad decision on the football pitch, and imagine someone says, okay, Rue, you gave away a penalty, but you know you didn't touch him, right? But they've given it, and it's happening, and they score. What's your reaction? Because that hurts, right? Like, oh man, like how come you know that's unjust?
Just don't listen to it and ignore it and just try again.
That is good. That is good. Hez, what you nodding, so I thought you might have something.
Yeah. No, so that. Sorry, but
Much better.
I think like already I've heard things like KSI wants to rematch and stuff, and that's like the right response. And obviously then he'll have another chance to fight and then like try his best obviously and then get a win. But that's just how you have to try and like look at things and stuff, and just if it doesn't go your way because it was definitely not in your power and you know that didn't happen, but that's what you said, so okay.
Yeah.
You can just try your best to either, even if it's not a rematch, just the next thing you do, you better obviously.
That's a good one, because sometimes you don't get a second chance. Not at that. You know what I mean? You might only get a chance, like, so you don't play Man City next week again, but you play Leicester next week. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that might be how it goes. But baby, you was going to speak anyway. So.
Yeah, no, also I was going to say is because anyone in this house can testify to the fact that when Daddy and I play fight, Daddy has to watch out, innit? Because basically, Mummy just goes all in, innit? Yeah. You can't be quiet. You know.
No, sorry, I'm rolling my eyes. They're probably backing me, to be honest. But to be honest, Mummy is crazy. Like, literally. Okay, all right, fair enough.
Arms,
I love you, though.
legs, flinging all
Oh,
over.
mate. It's the most uncouth,
Mommy,
like...
It's
well,
so
yeah, and the
crazy
rest,
and
but
like,
watch out, you might knock
it's
your
so
foot.
crazy and like not coordinated that it can actually affect someone.
Because you won't know where punch, kick, hit.
You'll be
fingers
there,
coming
you'll
from.
be all the way over this side and be punching
You
me
better
in there,
line
and
up, boy.
some flying foot would just come and hit the back of your head.
The worst thing is I think I kind of rated myself really because I'm like, yeah, come on, you have to back down because boy, you don't want to get hurt, innit? So.
Excuse me.
Yes, darling.
Mama will be like this. Punch.
Really? Go ahead, baby. Punch. Yeah, exactly.
But don't you think it takes a lot of self-belief for someone who it's not your arena to like go into that arena and talk big talk, you know, and be like, well, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Obviously, Daddy's touched on the point already of how do you then cope if it doesn't go your way, but even in the first place, because some people are just scared to even take a step into a new arena because they don't know it.
Yeah, because I can tell you straight, I do not like to lose.
Yeah.
Like, believe it or not. Like, I cannot stand it. And this one with her hand up next to me, she also cannot stand it. Do you want to speak?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then, babe.
Like what Daddy said, if KSI, you don't always get second chances, and the first time you just have to try your all, and if you lose, you just go again at the next person that you go at. You just have to give your all through the whole match and everything like that.
And do you like losing?
No. I do.
You do not like losing. There's not a Grimwade that likes losing. I'll tell you that much. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Go on.
Definitely not like losing.
Sorry, buddy, I can't hear you because you went...
For one, I do not like losing.
Yeah.
And for two, when I win, I'm just happy because I win.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but obviously Even though, like, first place, always try your best so that you don't have to have a second chance.
Yes.
But obviously, this one seems like it was a bit, like, people just voted for Tommy, and it was a bit unjust. So, yeah, if he gets another chance, then he can just, like, go and fight and try his best again.
One thing, go on, Heart.
No, you can go.
No, I was going to say, one thing that I did notice, I saw a little clip of Tom Fury speaking in an interview afterwards, and I think, because I saw a clip of him and KSI going at it before, and they both just seemed rude and out of, like, not out of order, but you know that talk that they do, that fighting talk. But afterwards, obviously I've only seen one clip, but Tom Fury seemed quite,
You eat your food, Baba. Thank you.
quite humble.
Yeah,
I think, go on.
And he was also, like, at the interview was like, oh, and how do you rate your own, like, fight? And he was like, to be honest, it wasn't that good, but a win is a win, and he still won.
Yeah.
But he was like, it wasn't my best fight, but I won. So.
And the other thing, going a bit deeper, if you think like you did win, but it got judged, Halo, if you think you won, but they said you didn't, but they're the people in charge, did you win?
No.
Did you win?
No.
No. So I think like it's a funny one because people really kind of go on a thing where, oh boy, like I was robbed or whatever. Well, unless other people jumped in the ring with you and held you down while someone else like, you know, lay waste to your face, then did you really get, was it in, did you knock him out? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you hear where I'm going?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And also, I think that's a bit of a thing too. If you're going to do something, and going to do something well, clearly make sure that you win something so there's no shadow of a doubt that you were the winner, and then there's no
oh, no, you've won. Does it know it has to be every single person who watched it or hasn't watched it? Like, you definitely won.
Hello. Enough, baby.
Tommy Fury might have, he might have won, but you still did well.
Yeah.
But like, if you didn't win, you didn't win, or if you won, you won.
Yeah,
like,
Papa, go on, babe.
And I get a bit like why KSI is injustice right now.
Not is injustice. Yeah, it was maybe in his eyes unjust, but he feels bad about it.
Yeah, he
He's
feels
not unjust.
bad about it because I heard in the video, the clip, they were all saying, Tommy, and I think KSI was getting a bit emotional because it was like, no one supported me, no one said this and that. Yeah.
My honest truth is, I don't think KSI cares about that. He's a very smart businessman.
Very strong.
Very, very, very mentally strong. You don't get to where he is without being mentally strong.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? People take shots at you every day online. Yeah. Every day.
In like your country, if you done something bad.
No, like I'm not take shots, like not actually shoot a gun. I'm talking about they say things about you. They say, the Grimwade family, they're not the kind of family I like. They've got too many kids, or you know, all this kind of stuff. People say these things. This is what happens. But
people will try and take you down for them to get up.
This is another thing. This is exactly, it's a very good point, Hallie. Like sometimes that is people's agenda.
Yeah.
I pull you down because I want to get up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
and it's not always because, have you got tissue? Yeah. And it's not always because they even want to get up. It's just some people can't stand other people being successful and they just cannot stomach it. And it's usually an insecurity with them because they feel like they're not doing well enough in their life or whatnot. So they just don't want anyone else to be doing well enough. But that is so negative, man. Like,
so negative.
So negative.
And also, I always tell you guys, like, if you, thank you so much, guys. But yeah, I always try and tell you guys that if you didn't win something, that's on you.
Yeah.
That is on you.
You can't blame them.
I was going to say, you're actually very good with like taking on those kind of like pieces of information, and I think you're someone that is very good at, okay, if you haven't done well enough at something, you, rather than feeling moped about it, blah blah blah, can you put your mat down please? You change what needs to be changed and you go in.
Yeah.
Like I remember Daddy said something to you girls the other day, I can't remember what it was. And he was just encouraging, your sisters to be like, look, don't feel emotional or whatever about it. Go on.
Basically, It's usually when we're in football, when we're against boys usually, or anyone really, but usually the boys.
Yeah. Boys, they're coming for you.
We're against them, and then we're doing really good and stuff, and we're trying to do our best, and we are doing really good. And then they just start feeling like, oh my gosh, how are the girls winning against me? And then maybe start getting a bit embarrassed about it, and then start pretending they've got fouled and stuff. What? Sorry, they start feeling jealous. And then
no,
start
embarrassed.
pretending.
Embarrassed. That's what she said. She said embarrassed. Embarrassed is right. Jealous, not jealous.
Yeah.
No, because
well,
she was
kind
like,
of, but not. That's not really the word.
Embarrassed.
No.
And they start feeling like, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this anymore. So let me just pretend I'm getting fouled or whatever. And then when sometimes people are watching and they're like, yeah, that is a foul, or maybe they might just say, oh, let me give this to them because they're already beating them fast, so it's not going to affect them anyways. And sometimes Haddie and Harper get on the pitch and they're a bit like, how can you be saying that to us? And I'm just like, don't worry, just keep on going, keep on doing your best, and don't worry about what they're doing.
Absolutely.
Just make sure you're doing your best.
Precisely. But I think there's also a feeling that you're very good at controlling her down within yourself. If you have done something wrong now, I'm talking about, like not letting your emotions or ill feelings or thoughts kind of get the better of you. You kind of listen to you need to fix this, and then you fix it and you get better. Do you know what I mean? Usually. Yeah, which is a good thing. Yeah. Don't you think that?
I think it's tops. It's a top mentality. You can't just break in the moment. Imagine if we take it back to the boxing and stuff. Imagine you catch one. And it's embarrassing because it's square on your nose or whatever. Well, if you want to stand there and cry about it, you can, but another one will be coming quite quickly after that. So it's better. Take it, I'm moving now, I'm thinking, guard up, do you know what I mean? I'm trying to get back in this game. And it's split second. At elite level, it's split second decisions that change things.
And if you get hit really hard in your nose or something like that, but then you just bounce back and you don't even go down to the ground, or maybe you go down to the ground but you get up straight away, and you don't start looking like looking back. You just go straight back into it, and you get to punch the other person again. That will make you look better, and that will be people will look at it and be like, oh my gosh, that's great. How did they deal with that so quickly?
You just not start crying and just get up and start doing your best.
Absolutely. Yes? Really?
Wow. Yeah.
Bit of a comedian. Rue, was you going to say something? Go on, you can answer.
If they're punching it, you have to be clever. And when they're going for your face, you have to go like...
And dodge.
And obviously, if you do make a mistake, like as I'm saying, get up quick, and people forget that you got hit or you messed up.
Especially if you don't wear it on your face, like she said, because some people get up and they're like it's not just in boxing; it's any kind of thing where you're on a stage, you're on a spotlight, under the spotlight or whatever, and it happens, and you all of a sudden. Looking a bit, or you just get out I'm straight. Do you know what I mean? Hez is still chatting. Or was that it?
No, I was just going to say, you are very good at that. And, you just got to try and do that.
You know why that is? It's because I was teased a lot as a youngster, and I also, mum and dad, they, bless their heart, they love me to death, but they weren't the confrontational type, so they wouldn't necessarily back me in maybe a way I would have liked to be backed. I still love you, mum and dad. It's not a big deal. But to be honest, it helped. It helped. It's a hard situation.
That you could figure out by yourself.
Right, and once you figure it out by yourself, you become a lot stronger. So it's literally almost practice makes permanent. Do you know what I mean? Haddie's been waiting.
I just want to say, because as I did say something like, oh, you might fall, but obviously, there's you will fall in life, but it's not something that you should wear on your head or whatever, and keep it in. And this is something different. Even if you have done something wrong, maybe you shouldn't keep it by yourself. You should communicate, tell it to your family, your mum and dad parents, and it will help you.
Your mum and dad parents,
Your mum and dad.
your parents, yeah.
Yes. But yeah, I don't feel like you will never get knocked down in life. You will, but like just keep on getting back up.
Facts.
I remember sorry, go on.
No.
And the only time it's like an everlasting like fall when you're just down is if you think that and you think, oh,
Absolutely.
I'm just done now.
It's over. Yeah, 100%. Look at this one bursting. No,
Oh,
let
no,
me
no,
talk.
no, no,
Okay,
no,
okay, go on.
No, Mum, you can.
She said.
Okay,
Go on.
Now I was going to say, and you have to remember, KSI has gone into a space that his parents weren't like planning for him to go into, this whole like social media world.
Yeah.
So he's had to like learn this strength himself.
And it's difficult, that.
Yeah, if your parents aren't like backing you in the start.
Because your parents are your world. At the beginning, your parents are your world. So if they're not with it,
Then you're gonna feel a bit like, should I do?
yeah, all
But
that.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, babe, I think because his parents weren't with it, he wanted to prove, look, I'm not necessarily going to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatnot, because obviously the typical things that his parents wanted him to be. And he was like, I'm going to show you that I'm going to get a big house from this, and I'm going to get a sick car, and I'm going to be able to give you money, parents.
See, now,
do you know what I mean?
that's the other thing of stuff, is that how do you take it? How do you take it and how do you use it? So I would always like to use it in a way of, right, well, watch me. Like, do you know what I mean? And to be honest, like, yeah, it's helped in my life no end. So I wanted to say something, and then I think we're going to have to close because we're finished dinner, and also we got things to do.
Yeah, like Daddy was saying, KSI is in a struggling place.
What do you mean? What do you mean
Like
by
a
that?
hard place where he's trying to...
When he was younger, with his parents, when he was doing the social media.
Oh, right now from the boxing.
Oh, from the box.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I bet KSI is not. I bet he's annoyed by it because no winner likes losing, right? But I guarantee he's forward focused because people who have success, they do not dwell.
Yeah.
They do not dwell. They do it. It's annoying, but we go forward and we succeed in the long run. Rue, can you close us out with your last point?
What's the well?
Oh, dwell. Dwell means to stay somewhere, basically.
Doesn't keep things.
Houston, are you going to close us out? Go on then. What are you going to say? You've got to say it really quickly because we're running out of time, girl.
What is the well?
It's to stay there. So guys, Dinner Diaries, episode 4. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Good night, God bless, good afternoon, good morning. I don't know where you are. But we'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.